Hey everyone, so I was requested to show you how I take notes in class, and it's going to be kind of different. Oh, can you see? Okay, yeah. It's going to be kind of different depending on the class, so I tried to pick a notebook that I had that was sort of covered all the topics that I would want to talk about. Um, but this works if you use loose leaf paper or a notebook, whatever. I prefer notebooks, as you guys know. So I'm just gonna kind of get right into it and show you the best way to do this. So um, this was my advanced algebra and trigonometry notebook from last year. And this is the Staples brand, which I love. I swear by the Staples brand. I'm not endorsed by them or anything. I just really, really like them. And I'll show you why. As you can see, this comes with the notebook. So it creates easy access to organization and color coding. And this ruler also comes with it, and this little like pocket tab, which I always keep like my class syllabus that they hand out in the beginning of the year. And then they also have, I never used it, but where is it? This like calendar schedule block thing. So whenever I take notes or I sit in class, the first thing I do is make a header. And basically this helps you stay organized so that when you refer back to them for studying, you know where it is, what page it was on, so you can also refer to your textbook. So we started off in the book that we left off with the year before that, because it was like a 2-year course. So we were started in chapter 12 last September. And at the top of the page I just have the chapter and the class and then the date, so you can see that. And as you can also tell, I use 2 different colored pens. Now here's the thing with using different colored pens. In math class, I find it's best to stick with ones like blue and black. I mean, if you can write in hot pink in math and understand it, then go for it. For me, it doesn't always work. It kind of depends, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But I try to keep it as neat as possible, making my words a little bit bubblier so that it kind of sticks out more. Because if you write really small, like some of my friends write really small for math, and I don't know how they do it because I couldn't learn it. That just sounded southern. That's weird. So I put the section of the chapter and then the page number we're in, and if there's any sort of like keywords that stick out, and this is for math, this is history, chemistry, Spanish, whatever classes you're in. I just kind of listed all mine, but whatever classes you're in, if there's any like definitions, write them down. You could pick like blue could be definition colors and black could be equation colors, just so that it stays, different. So for instance, when I got a word or a new term or something that I needed to know, for example, I have the word degree, and then what degree means. So degree equals, and then the definition of degree. Another way I would do this, I have here, if I was defining something, and there was maybe like 2 words or something that kind of were in the definition, I would underline. Underlining helps me just to kind of point out what's important, and then to even further the definition, I would use a different color. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I go about doing that. And if there's something that's like multiple terms, I kind of like put them all in order, and so like, if I'm talking about one thing in particular, I put it all together here, then leave space for the next thing that we go over. And I do that with all my classes. Then let's see. Also with color coding, I'm going to show you what I was talking about when I said that I don't really like pink and stuff for math, which is true. I don't, but here's the only time I will ever really use it. When you get a chapter, and this can be in any class, like I said, where you're going over a lot of different information and it's kind of scattered, and you really need to narrow down what you're talking about, or maybe you're reviewing for a test or a final exam and you really just want to have everything kind of separated so it doesn't get all like clumped together. I use color just to kind of make things stand out, not necessarily like write anything down. So for this page, for example, it's all in black ink, but I will, if something is important, I will either like bullet it or bracket it in a different color. And then I know that I need to study that. For example, here, this is where I did write in pink, because if you want information to refer to something that you've drawn or you've done an equation, or maybe you had to draw a map or something for geography, or and you have something somewhere and then it has another bit of information maybe that you couldn't get on that page. If this is not already confusing, it's going to get more confusing, I promise. So what I mean by that is, you know, I could have multiple things on a chart, but, you know, to make it stand out so that I know what each thing represents, I'll use different colors. So the pink stuff on the chart relates to the pink information I wrote. If there was, you know, this equation has a green bracket, so the green information refers to what was ever bracketed in green. And I do that for a lot of different things, especially when you're dealing with, like I said, charts and different equations, and step-by-step things is also good. Let's see. Then, another way I use colors are to get out more important stuff. So, you know, I have everything in black, and then some really important, like, equation information and definitions I have in green. You could also pick a different color for each chapter, and then that way when you get to the exam, you know, like, oh, I need to study this color, and I'll show you what I mean by that as well. So then, sorry, this is kind of taking a long time. Okay, so as you can see here, I have these little colored tabs. And this is really helpful when knowing how to study for a final exam, because I know I always talk about my friends, but I do have friends that, you know, their notes will get like mixed up, and they're trying to find stuff, and they didn't have a header, and they didn't color code, so everything's just, you know, pages and pages of notes. And then they start trying to like organize it for the test, and it's just a mess. So what I like to do, is when we get our final review sheet, and I'll show you ours, each chapter got a color, and then each color got the same colored tab. So I know that if I want to study chapter 13, I need to flip to the green tab, or if I want to study chapter 11, I need to go to the pink tab. And that just kind of helped me sum up like where my stuff was, and then it was just a lot easier to study that way. And then also you can make your note cards the same color writing so that it works with each chapter. But some note-taking tips in class, obviously you need to be attentive. Pick out keywords that your teacher says, or if he or she sticks on a topic for a long time, chances are that's going to be important. Some classes you have, they may be lectures where you don't get like a notes that they're actually writing, and it's more like college style. I have a few classes like that where you kind of have to know what to write down rather than them give you like a handout or something. So, you know, that's kind of the biggest thing, is just knowing like what to pull out. But it's usually whatever they kind of like emphasize or they stick on for a long time, where they'll be like, most importantly, you know, something like that. Oh, I thought that was thunder. Oh my gosh, it was dishes breaking or something. My brother's unloading the dishwasher, which, God bless him. That's all I have to say. So yeah, so that's how I take notes. If you guys have any more questions on how I study, or, you know, tips for whatever it is in school, let me know. You guys know I love all that school supplies, notes, pens, pencils, stuff. I could go on forever, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and I want to know in the comments how you guys take notes, or if you guys have any tips and tricks, because I'm always open to new things. So let me know, and I will talk to you girls soon. Bye!